All right, here we are. It's Monday, and today was a profitable day. Not a lot of profit, but nevertheless a profitable day. And okay, so let's get into it. Trades that I took, trades that I didn't take, and what I'm thinking. And I'll tell you right now, actually, what I'm thinking before we even go in. I'm thinking, well, should I start considering the reverses on London sessions as a viable trade option? Because, okay, what do I mean by that? Basically, in London session, again, I've said this already, but let me say this again because I see it happening over and over. I have a bias, and then I take a trade or I don't take the trade. Lately, I haven't been taking a lot of London session trades. And then what I've seen consistently is that bias get like reversed. So basically, whatever my bias is, the trade goes the other way, and it goes. Well, I'm not gonna say a long way, but it goes definitely. It goes right. So I've been thinking, is that a viable option to trade? And I think it might be. Well, we're gonna test it again. We're in paper trading now, so there is no risk. And also, I will be getting a funded in a week if everything goes right. Um, and also, I'm backtesting, so we'll have to see that too. Um, and what I'm gonna do in my backtest is basically when it's London session time, I will be finding a bias and taking the reverse of my idea. Except for the JPYs. I'm not gonna do that for the JPYs because I've seen consistent respect of the zones with the JPYs. And by consistent, I just mean like 5 or 6 days. Obviously, this is not a lot of data, but that's what backtesting is for, right? And obviously, going on, we're also gonna forward test. Um, anyway, so I'm saying all this because London session, right now I'm trading both London and New York. So basically, I'm just finding support and resistance zones or trends, and I'm trading both. And I mean, I still have a month to do that. So like the whole of August and a little bit of September. But I'm not gonna be able to do that September onwards because I can do London session, so I can wake up in the morning and do it, but I'm not gonna be able to follow the charts during New York session because I'm gonna be out and about and just doing things, right? Because obviously I'm not I'm not even profitable, so I'm not trading full time. So I have things to do during the year, right? So it's not viable for me to basically trade London session and New York session. So if the reversal thing is valid, which we're gonna find out in the next month, if I don't change my mind or if I don't find any new data, then that might work. Anyway, let's get into it. So, okay, this is a trade that I took. You can see I got stopped out. Took it during London session, but this is not exactly London session. It's kind of the end of London session. So I kind of morphed them together. End of London and start of New York. Okay, here you go. This is a trade that I didn't take. This was 8:30, and this was just a London session trade, and I didn't take it. But as you can see, it went right through my. I mean, this was the area. I guess it made sense at the time. I didn't take the trade though, because now I know better than to take the trades at 8:30 in the morning with my bias. So I took this trade, got stopped out, whatever. Okay, and then as you can see, it went to the zone. So this would have been a good time to buy here, 3 p.m., so New York session. But I didn't buy because I already had other trades and my rules prevent me from taking more than 3 trades at a time. So I didn't buy it, but I guess it would have been a decent trade. Also, the other problem that I have with New York session is that the trades, the charts move, but I just so many times already it's happened, well, a few times it's happened already, that my trades are in profit, but they don't even get to my full target or my stop loss. They just kind of move kind of like this, or they don't have a very explosive move. So I'm just kind of stuck with half profits, which is not very good because my stop losses are usually full. So, um, because obviously my take profit is bigger than my stop loss. So that's a bit, it's kind of an awkward situation, right? And you see this. Exactly. So here's the example. This was my bias for the day in the morning. I was wrong, and that's okay. I gave this bias just based on the fact that we seem to be in an uptrend. But again, we are on the 50-minute chart, so I'm not expecting anything too solid. Right. So then this happened in the morning. Well, I was still sleeping here. Okay, this happened in the morning, and I didn't take it. So this is a time where the reverse bias. Oh, but that's a JPY, so I wouldn't have taken the reverse bias. I was gonna say this is a time where the reverse bias would have kind of harmed me because I would have taken a trade in the. Oh, I don't want updates. No. I would have taken a trade in the opposite direction. But again, it's a JPY, and I don't want to do that with those, so it's fine. Then this is, well, I already was in three trades here, and I didn't really see a reason to take a trade here, so I just didn't. But I did take this trade, right? And look at this. I entered here. I guess my entry could have, well, no, honestly, no. I was waiting for this candle to close, so I entered here, fair enough. And it was 3 p.m., right? And it went up for a bit, but it didn't even reach half of my profit, which it kind of is doing slowly now. But it is now 10 p.m. and I'm not trying to wait for all that. So basically, here I just closed it and I was like, okay, you know what? It's 8:30. I'm not waiting for this anymore because I don't want to hold my trades overnight. This is a intraday strategy, right? 50-minute chart. I'm not holding my trades at night. So I just didn't get to do anything with the trade basically. I got my profits and I left. And that's okay too, but you know, you know, I could I'm missing out on a lot of profits by not taking the London trades. Because in the mornings I see a lot of the times the markets are explosive. So anyway, this was profitable anyway, so I can't complain. Another trade that I didn't take, so I didn't lose, but I would have lost it if I took it. And here's what I'm saying. So this was my bias at 8:30 a.m. My bias, for whatever reason, that does well for this reason clearly, this was my bias. And if I take the opposite of my bias, I can make some decent profits, right? It's a bit harder, I guess, because I don't really have zones of interest. But this is an example where taking the opposite of my bias would have helped. And that's count one. So let's count them today. Didn't take this trade because I was already in too many trades. I'm kind of glad I didn't go anywhere, but that's fine. I'm also gonna remove the zone because we're starting fresh tomorrow. Okay, there you go. This is JPY, and this is a trade that I took towards the end of the London session. I took this trade at 12:15. Well, as you can see, this looks like a very nice zone, right? And again, guys, if the trade doesn't go my way, it doesn't go my way. Nothing I can do about it. But it did, to some extent. It went here, and then I took half my profits and moved my stop loss to break even. And then during New York session, I got stopped out. And that's okay, but I mean, it was break even, so it's fine. And then it just went up, and that's fine. But, I took my partial profits, so. Look at this. This is a trade that I didn't take. I could have taken it, but I wasn't too eager to take a London session trade. But again, with the JPYs, I feel like they respect the London session more. I'm not sure why, but it happened here. This was like 8 a.m. and this would have been my bias, even though I was sleeping, so I didn't take the trade. But here we go. Well, it would have worked out, but I didn't take it, so. I also didn't take any trades here. This was just a New York trade. This would have been a good trade, yeah. Again, didn't take it because I already had other trades. I already had, yeah. All right, so here we go. Here we go. This is a trade that I took. First of all, fair question. What is this entry, boss man? What is this entry? I could have gotten a better entry than this. There was no reason for me to get this entry. But other than that, this is what I'm saying. Look at this. Okay, I took this trade. Well, actually, I'm not sure this applies because 11:45, and that's kind of towards the end of London session. So I'm not sure this applies as an example. I probably would have taken the trade. I wouldn't take this trade reversed. So I'm not going to use it as an example, and I'm just going to keep the counter at 1. This trade, I guess, just didn't work out, and that's fine. Oh, here it is, yeah. Right, okay. So look at this. This was 8:15, right? Around that time. My bias for this trade at the time was, as I said here, up. So normally, if I followed my bias, I would have bought. But because I'm testing this new thing, I'm like, okay, my bias is up, so I'm gonna put my position down. And I mean, okay, this is a coincidence. This is not a normal RR, but this, even just this, is a pretty decent RR. And again, if I took my original idea, I would have been stopped out. I didn't take this trade because I'm just testing this theory. I'm not taking trades yet, although I will be taking them tomorrow if I can, because actually I have a flight, so I'm not sure I can do that. But you know, just a little something to think about. And then I didn't take any more trades on this day here. Once again, here we go. This was my bias in the morning, probably because of this zone here, I guess. Stopped out immediately, and it went down for a good while. So that's 3. A counter of trades that I could have taken, reversing my bias, and they would have been profitable is 3. I did take this trade during your session, but do you see how many things happened during London session? Like, people who say that London sessions are active are just lying. All sessions are active, even though I have to say, yeah, I've seen quite the explosive moves sometimes with New York session, but London sessions can definitely be active. Anyway, went all this way down here to the zone, and here's where I took the trade. 3 p.m. New York session, took the trade, entered the trade, and here I closed the trade. Again, 8 p.m. I'm not interested in holding my trades overnight. It didn't get to half of it, so I didn't even move my stop loss to break even. But I did make a small profit, so, and it will add up. So this is JPY. I I don't think I took. Oh no, I didn't take this trade. I mean, there's no arrows, so I didn't. So I guess nothing to say here. Let me remove this also, and let me remove this. We start fresh. Also didn't take this trade, but let's see. Okay, well, okay, I have to say, another example of a trade, well, this would have been wrong because my bias would have been to sell, which means I would have reversed it to buy, and that would have ended up hurting me. However, honestly wouldn't have sold here, I think, because it barely touched the zone. So I don't think I would have taken any trade in general. So I guess I could have been safe from that. Just no trades, no risk. But I took this, well, I didn't take this trade. This was my bias, and it just didn't work out, and that's fine. But I didn't take the trade. Let me get rid of this too. This is just another trade that I didn't take. Again. This was my bias at 10 a.m. Apparently. I'm trying to understand why. Let's see. Possibly because of this. Again, this might have started out as a blue candle at 10. I don't know that. Again, 4 trades. If I took my bias and reversed it, this would have been good profits. But I didn't. Because again, I'm not just irresponsible like that. Yeah, this is a trade that I took. This actually did go to profits, so that's good. I entered here and then I took half of the profits, and then I moved my stop loss to break even, as you can see. Yeah, I could have gotten a better entry here too, but it just didn't happen. Yeah, this was a scary moment because my stop loss was very close to the zone. Anyway, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and this trade just worked out, so happy about that. Okay. Actually, I'm not. Hold on. What is this on? That looks a bit messy now. Okay, trade that I didn't take. Mm, I just didn't take it. I guess I had other things in mind. I didn't take it. Missed opportunity, or just too many trades taken already. That's fine. We move on. No trades taken here. I don't think I was even interested in any of the trades here today. So that's okay. Oh, this is a trade that I lost, right? And oh, okay, I guess I wasn't sleeping then. I entered. Oh yeah, A15. Okay. Why don't you wait for London session open? Good question. Why? I'm debating London session and New York session. As I was saying, this is a trade I took. My first trade of the day, as I lost, as you can see. And again, if I didn't have the stupid entry, well, if I waited for London session open for one thing, and if also I reversed my buy, oh, sorry about that. If I reversed my bias, this would have been another profitable trade. But it was a losing trade because I just followed my bias. Anyway, I'm gonna remove this. This I guess is okay. On to the next one. Oh, I didn't take this trade. Good thing I didn't, because that's just useless trade, and I would have been in drawdown now. I wanted to take this trade, like New York session, but then I was like, no, I don't want to enter here because it was 5. Sorry, it was 3 p.m. here, and I didn't want to enter here. And good thing I didn't. So okay, again, not a trade I took. This was my bias. Whatever. Just I didn't take it. That's not much to say. I had other trades that I already took, so I mean that I already had taken. So this is a trade that again, look at this. Well, USD JPY, in my mind, for what I've seen so far, which is not a lot, admittedly, they do follow the London session, kind of. But this one didn't. So this is another trade I didn't take. I just placed it here to see where it would have gone at the end of the day. And this is another trade I just, well, I shouldn't even have taken a reverse because it didn't really go that far. Just a trade that didn't work out, but I didn't take it, so it's okay. And that's it, I think. Yeah, end of the day in profit. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow, and I will probably be taking some London reversal trades because I will be not available during New York session, so I might as well test my theory, right? So, yeah, see you.